As a scale model builder, it's never been more important to have a source of spare parts. And you're thinking that's all very well, but where do all these spare parts come from? Well, it's a rare sunny day, so I thought we'd come outside. Probably a mistake because now I'm squinting. But in this video, I really want to talk to you about spare parts. It's vital as a scale model maker to have a supply of spare parts. And you're thinking, well, that's all very well. Where do these spare parts come from? Well, I'm going to show you. Over time, I've acquired a number of spare parts, and these have come from models that were kit builds that I've abandoned, kit builds where bits have fallen off and the model itself has gone, but I've retained one or two pieces, and parts of kits that were never used in the build as I progressed. So let's have a look then at just one of my spare parts containers. As you can see, it's as old as me, as old as the hills. Well, time moves on. But I'll talk you through what's in these and why I keep them. In a recent video, I talked about the tank collection that I have of Axis and Allied military items, mainly Airfix and Matchbox kits. These are some of the figures that we used to use in conjunction with those war games. And why have I kept them? Well, of course, partly through sentiment, but also because they're not strictly, they don't have to be military items per se. If you've got something like this tent or this horse, why not put it in a different diorama, give it a different context and a new way of life. Once again, in this drawer we've got some figures and some wheels and tyres. Let's look at the figures first. Some of these are military figures. The big black object you can see there came from, I think it was a Corgi or a Matchbox Porsche. I can't exactly remember now, but I've kept it. It's 50 years old. Why have I kept it? Well, I could throw it away, or I could put it on eBay, and if I put it on eBay, what am I going to get for it? 20 pence? Well, might as well hang on to it. We've got an aircraft canopy there as well, a few other bits and pieces. When it comes to the wheels and tyres that are in this drawer, the tyre in the foreground, that one there, I can tell you came from I think it was a 1/24 scale model of a London taxi, one of which I'm still in the process of rebuilding actually, from a different kit, a second-hand kit that I acquired, and there's a video on my channel about that as well. But the tyres, yeah, why not keep them? Throw them away if you want, but when they take up such little space, why not? And just a few more miscellaneous items. A very, very short piece of 00 gauge track. Absolutely worthless, but I'm not going to throw it away. Here I've got some N gauge points. Again, from an abandoned project. I don't need them. What will I do? Sell them on eBay? But, to buy them, even if it's for a redundant line or a disused line, or it leads to a disused line, adding interest to a diorama. Here I've got some 00 gauge or 1/76 scale seating from a model bus, and again, absolutely worthless as it stands. But when that project comes into play, when I'm asked to reproduce something, or I want to reproduce something, where am I going to turn to? Should I spend money, or should I just keep what I have? Because the space that these things take up, it's nothing, absolutely nothing. And compared to their retail value, priceless. Here we've got some cowboys and Indians, and again, it's war themed, but in a different context, in a different diorama. The horses and the animals that are in this drawer could be put onto a 00 gauge model railway, and it would look perfectly fine. And again, to buy these things, you're not talking a massive amount of money, but why not keep the things you have and recycle them? These two drawers, again, they're just bits, bits of stuff. Tyres, wheels, canopies. What else have we got there? A couple of missile launchers. I'll come back to missiles in a minute. But again, why not keep them? It's easy to chuck this stuff away, but the whole ethos of my channel is we're doing scale model making for those on a budget, and for those of all levels. And if you find this sort of stuff, you know, at a car boot or an eBay, and it's sort of 20-50 pence a pound, even £2 a bag, buy it. Just buy it, even if you don't have any plans to use it. This drawer here, it contains a lot of window frames. That is a door from the what was Airfix but later became Dapol double O gauge engine shed. I've still got it. Why not? That is a scaffolding, part of a scaffold assembly from an old Matchbox toy. Again, keep this stuff, you know. And down there I've got some seated figures. They could be repainted, actually, now I'm thinking about it. They will be repainted. They'll become drivers and crew in some of my loco fleet on my own double O gauge railway layout. Window frames, if you're a scratch builder, adding window frames to a model is quite difficult. Keep them. Again, in these couple of drawers, well, we've got another one of those scaffolding frames there, and it is all mostly militaria. But again, you know, we've got the horses, the figures, one on a stretcher there right in the middle of the screen. This stuff, you know, some seated figures, they'll become passengers or anything, absolutely anything. But it's all too good to throw away, and that's the point. Lastly, I want to come to this drawer here, because here we have a couple of missile launchers, and in this day and age you can never have enough missiles, believe you me. So if the worst happens, I'm ready to defend my home and my family, because the missiles here, they're ready to go. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek and a little bit short, this video, but the whole ethos, again, the whole point, do not throw this stuff away, because you never know, you know, if you're a long term into this hobby, these things really do have a value. And when you want to create something, you think, oh, where can I buy a missile? Where can I buy a little bit of scaffold? Where can I buy some horses or some seated passengers or a crew for my loco? Don't throw away what you have. Keep what you have. For the space it takes up and the money it's worth if you sell it, just keep it. Just keep it. And so by now I hope the message is clear. Keep these items. They appear to be worthless, valueless, but when you need to complete a project, where else are you going to go? Don't spend your money. For the space these things take up, for their second-hand retail value, just keep hold of them. We're just waiting for the car to go by. But the message is clear. Keep, keep, keep. You never know when these things will become a vital part of your next project. I know it's been a short one, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time on St Blazing Model World. I've been Roger. Thanks for your time. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.